Okay, so welcome back to another sneaker unboxing, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in and watching my video. I really appreciate it. You the real MVP. And before we get into it, I'd just like to say thanks to Muskoka Kicks, a local reseller on Instagram, for throwing me the assist on these Jordan 6 UNCs. So first of all, here is the tag on the box. And you can see there's no MSRP, and it's size 12, and the color is university blue, white, and black. So let's check these bad boys out. First of all, I'd like to say there's a really big box, much bigger than some of the other boxes, and I really like that. Anyways, I just find there's splatter print all over the inside. On the inside of the box and on the inside of the paper, and it just seems like a little bit better quality. So here's one pair, one shoe, and the other. So let's get rid of the box. Okay, so this is probably my favorite Jordan model of all time, which is the 6s. If I would rank the top three, let's say the Mount Rushmore, it would be the 6, the 3, and the 11. So the reason I like the 6 is a couple different things. First of all, there's lots of different panels, and you can customize these or make them different colors and have different collabs based on the different sections. And I really like the story behind the 6. It's the one that MJ won his first championship in, and you've got, of course, the 23 and the MJ on the medial side. And the lace lock, I always take the lace lock off mine and just tie them regularly. I don't use this lace shroud, I just put the laces right over top. But perhaps my favorite part of the Jordan 6 is, oddly enough, this translucent or even transparent part of the outsole that spills up into the midsole, and you can kind of see through it. I really like that part. And so regarding this specific colorway, the UNC blue is sort of ubiquitous. I see it everywhere. A couple of my students have UNC hoodies. The UNC 4s came out last year, and I think 2 years ago I remember seeing the Jordan 1 lows, the UNC colorway, and you can see them from a distance. This sort of powder blue or baby blue, you can see it from a long distance away. It really pops. And anyways, I really like the overall design of the Jordan 6. Let's start with the outsole. So, of course, this is going to get scuffed and dirty, but at the end of the day, shoes are supposed to be worn. And as Dave Ortiz in his bacon video said, you might step in dog poop and they might get dirty. So just live with it and it's okay. I really like the translucent, or in fact transparent, part of the outsole, but they will yellow and age as time goes on. So I think if you buy a shoe like this, you just got to wear them and live with it, and live with the scuffing and the dirt, and just rock them. So I would say the longer you wait and hold on to this outsole without touching, keeping this DS, the higher the chances that this is going to yellow or sort of get aged looking. And I've always wondered what this little one traction pod is for, but anyways, I digress. So moving up, another reason I really like the Jordan 6 is the airbag, and this is the last model with the airbag. The 7 doesn't have it, and I just think it looks really nice. I really like the look of, when I was a kid, I remember when Air first came out and it was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. So this is probably the one reason, why is Nike the biggest? Well, you could say, Jordan brand, or you could say maybe Tinker Hatfield's designs, but I think it's the airbag, just a visible airbag, because that really, piques a child's imagination. And so starting with the lateral side, you have the support pieces in all white, out of a nice quality leather. It feels really, really nice. And then you have some sort of softer, almost like a really smooth to the touch leather. And the ventilation holes usually have 3M behind them, so I'm guessing they have them here. So then moving to the medial side, you have the same kind of thing. What I really like is not only is it the powder baby blue, but also you have the black. You have a couple hits of black. Normally with Jordans, I would say you have a hit of red. For instance, on the Jumpman or on the lace holes. And to be honest with you, it's difficult to tell if this is totally black or if it's a really, really dark navy or even darker blue. Like if you look at the tongue here, at the neoprene part, it looks black. But then when you look up at the Jumpman, it's a really, really dark blue. And the lace lock itself is blue as well. But the inner liner and some hits look like they're black. So there's a really nice contrast between the black, I would say, and the dark, dark blue. I really think it contrasts nicely with the white and then the blue. So like I said at the beginning, you can pick out this colorway from a distance. It's very recognizable. And the other thing that sort of some people have talked about is this collegiate or varsity tag or tab at the back. I'll be honest, when the Jordan 4s came out last year, I didn't like how on the side of the tongue they had the varsity tag. But this I don't mind because, you know, speaking of ubiquitous, the Jumpman and the Nike Air are kind of all over the place. And this is something different. I think the stitching looks very nice. So here is your one pop of red in the back with the Jumpman. And it reads, "Quality products inspired by the greatest basketball player ever." So, you know, gives you a little bit of motivation every day you throw these on. The other thing that I really like about the Jordan 6s is the tongue. Like I said, I lace mine normally like a normal pair of shoes, and I'm able to really reef because of these two holes. I'm able to reef on the tongue and then pull on the back tab, which I also really like. It's based on a spoiler of a car from back in the 80s, from Jordan's car. I'm really able to pull these on easily, and I really love the Jordan 6 anyways. And the pod feels quite thick or quite padded. With my infrareds, it kind of goes in very easily. It pops in, whereas this one sort of feels like there's a little bit of resistance. But overall, I really love the shoe. I love the Jordan 6 model. I find them very comfortable. I mean, they're not squishy or anything, but very laterally supportive and flat on the ground. So I think I have good ground feel. And it feels almost like a bit of a boot. So I feel like my foot is very well protected in here whenever I'm walking around. So anyways, I hope that you liked my initial impressions video, and stay tuned for more. And thanks for tuning in.